guys, happy December. It's the first of the month, so as usual, I'm going to be sharing with you some reviews of skincare fails and favorites from the month of November. First up is a major fail. The Scholl de Janiero Collagen Boosting Flor Elasti-Cream. Okay, this was gifted to me in PR. Y'all already know this is not something I would buy, use, or recommend. But for fun, I decided, why not try it out? I mean, people online hyped this brand up so much, and the ingredients actually didn't seem too bad. They look promising aside from the fragrance. It has coconut oil in it, an emollient that objectively is good. It helps people with atopic dermatitis with their dryness and barrier issues. A lot of patients with atopic dermatitis prefer it to moisturizers because moisturizers can sting and burn. It also has sunflower seed oil in it, an emollient that shows promise for dry skin. Check out my video on body oils. I go over the research behind sunflower seed oil for skincare in that video. It also has murmura seed butter, shea butter, and squalane for softening dry skin. Now, collagen amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins such as collagen. When we think about collagen, we think about the deeper layers of the skin where it provides structural support. As it breaks down with age, we get wrinkles. However, applying collagen to the skin, it does not work to correct any sort of collagen in the deeper layers, but rather it functions to help improve moisture content in skin's outermost layer, the stratum corneum. Now, sometimes collagen in skincare products, it's animal derived. This brand says it's a vegan collagen, but it's collagen amino acids. So I don't know, I guess it's a roundabout way of saying amino acids from collagen, probably primarily like glycine, proline, and the modified amino acid hydroxyproline. Regardless, amino acids like collagen in skincare products also can help improve the moisture content in skin's outermost layer. And I'm going on and on about this because I just find it interesting. You know, this is a product called, a collagen boosting cream. So to the uninformed consumer, they may think that it has collagen in it and that collagen may or may not replenish collagen in their skin. No, that's not how it works. It doesn't really have collagen, it has amino acids, and they're gonna help with moisture content regardless. Now, this is one of those creams that likes to offer the promise of a more natural retinol. Specifically, it says retinol mimicking cacao oil. Sure, you could get cacao oil, go into the lab, probably isolate some retinol compound out of it, purify that, put it in cells in a dish, do some fancy thing like Janiero, and you might actually show that, yes, some of the same genes are activated as with retinol. However, by the time that cacao oil makes its way into a moisturizer, into a skincare product, there's going to be hardly any of that retinol left. It's not going to have any meaningful impact on your skin. Retinol is not the most stable ingredient to begin with. That's why manufacturers, skincare brands, they put a lot of effort into the R&D behind their formulations to ensure not only ingredient stability, but that it actually gets into your skin. So just kind of hanging your hat on what trace amounts might be in an oil, it is a stretch. Now, let's talk about the actual performance. When you open the jar, the cream is there. It's very silky, glossy, luscious, tempting you to slather it on all over your body. However, in my experience, it goes on a little streaky. I often find that to be the case with moisturizers that predominantly have like seed butters and emollient oils and no like dimethicone mineral oil or petrolatum. They tend to go on sort of streaky like this. Now, a lot of influencers hype this brand up in their body creams claiming, it'll give you glowy skin. But in my experience, this actually kind of dried very filmy. It did not leave my skin feeling soft, supple, smooth with improved skin elasticity. Now, for the real problem I had with this cream, I went into this with an open mind, but the fragrance, oh my gosh, is the fragrance strong, and it lasts. It is a scent that, how shall I say, is almost abusive because it is not only so strong, but it is so lasting. I mean, you put this on and your whole house is gonna smell like this for weeks. I am not being hyperbolic here. It is really strong and really lasting. Now, I have tried their signature Boom Boom cream in the past, which is heavily scented. I knew what I was getting into. However, this is much stronger, and the scent I do not care for. It smells aggressive, like a high school bully, or like You know those mall kiosk people that if you happen to make eye contact with them, they rope you in, they put you in their chair, and they start making backhanded compliments trying to get you to feel bad about yourself, so you buy whatever it is that they are putting on your face? Yeah. Sol de Janeiro, they have crafted a fragrance that really encompasses these experiences, feelings, and emotions. Sort of unease in a jar. Not my favorite. I would strongly pass. Moving on to things more in line with what I typically promote, but that were also a fail from the drugstore. And by drugstore, I mean Walmart. So I saw these Dr. Scholl's foot creams on Ibotta. Ibotta, if you're not familiar, it's like a grocery rebate app that I use to get cash back. I'm not sponsored by Ibotta, but I have been using it for several years and I have saved a ton of money on that thing. Anyway, I saw these foot creams, the exfoliating lotion and dry cracked foot repair. They both have ingredients in them that are great for dry cracked heels, urea and lactic acid. These are ingredients that get in there and really help improve moisture content. And they're also notorious for softening and exfoliating dry, rough skin. These foot creams, they do have fragrance plus fragrant essential oils like peppermint, lavender, spearmint, and eucalyptus. Is it just me? What is with foot creams always putting peppermint? Like, who wants candy cane scented feet? So as someone who walks and runs a lot, if I slack on using foot creams or petroleum jelly to my feet, they start to look a little unsightly. I stopped using whatever foot creams I had been using and gave these a try exclusively for 2 weeks. I like a thicker cream or an ointment for my foot creams. They're a lot less messy to apply to the feet and they stay on the skin a little bit better. Honestly, I really did not find these to be particularly effective. They didn't keep my feet soft, supple, smooth. They didn't really help cut down on flakiness, dry, cracked heels. You know, it was a downgrade in comparison to the usual foot creams, plain petroleum jelly that I use. I would say you're better off just sticking with whatever body cream or moisturizer you're using. Go ahead and put it on your feet. You're gonna get better results in terms of reducing dryness, sealing and hydration, and reducing friction, lubricating the skin surface than you get from these Dr. Scholl's creams. I think they should stick to the inserts and back away from skincare because these just did not deliver the results. Next fail is a hair care product that I was actually sent in PR. It is the Kerasilk smoothing mask. Now, I love to do conditioning masks, especially after using like an anti-dandruff shampoo or a clarifying shampoo, as these types of shampoos can leave the hair strands a bit more unmanageable. Now, in my experience, conditioning masks tend to differ from just regular conditioner in that honestly they're just a lot thicker and they do a better job coating the hair strands in a more even, all-encompassing fashion. And this helps to neutralize the charge on the hair strands that is the result of shampooing and ultimately really helps not only with manageability, but it helps cut down on frizz, breakage, and smooths the hair. This particular mask has shea oil, which can smooth the strands and improve elasticity. It also has butyronium chloride, an anti-static agent that you will frequently encounter in leave-on conditioners. It helps with detangling and with shine. Ingredients alone, however, don't necessarily predict performance. This was not like a hair mask, but more in keeping with a regular conditioner. A regular, very watery conditioner for that matter. And the fragrance I did not care for. It was very strong and very cheap. The scent was very cheap. Now, y'all know I love scented hair care products, but the scent on this was a no-go for me. For $48, this is a pass. I get better results using like Suave or White Rain conditioner from the grocery store, and y'all know those are like really, really cheap. Yeah, this was a pass. All right, so moving on to things that I actually liked. Big surprise, the 2 skincare products I tried this month that I actually liked are sunscreens, of course. First, we need to talk about the Isntree Yamroot Milk Tone Up Sun Cream. I bought this because I have been loving the Isntree Yamroot Cleanser. It's like so slippery and very comforting. Highly suggest trying that out. Anyway, I digress. So I saw in the Yamroot line they had a tone up cream. Now, if you aren't familiar with tone up sunscreens, they're meant to reduce the appearance of skin yellowing, brighten up skin tone, kind of help cosmetically correct dark spots, and really just brighten up your overall skin tone. They're really popular actually in Korea, is my understanding, and they're often marketed not only for their sun protection properties and skin tone brightening properties, but also they're desirable as a base for makeup, sort of like a makeup primer. If you like tone-up sunscreens, try this one. It does not disappoint in my opinion. It's a tinted mineral sunscreen with zinc and titanium dioxide. It's fragrance-free and it has the peachy tint that is typical for a tone-up sunscreen. It's moisturizing, but it's not shiny or greasy. It has niacinamide, which can help with tackling dark spots as well as redness and dry skin. Oat extract and root extract make this a very hydrating formula in my opinion. The zinc and titanium dioxide are what are offering broad spectrum sun protection from ultraviolet radiation. The iron oxides, which are what are giving this a tint, may actually offer additional protection from visible light that comes from the sun. Visible light from the sun plays a role in hyperpigmentation, and sunscreen active ingredients don't really cover that aspect. So a tinted sunscreen is an option for kind of getting that, and it really addresses more of the root causes of dark spots besides ultraviolet radiation. I definitely appreciate the tone-up aspect of this sunscreen in terms of brightening up complexion. As it's going on, it's a little like, oh my God, this is gonna be too casty, but just, trust the process. In my experience, the cast actually is not too bad, and once you've had it on, that lightens up quite a bit and you don't really appreciate it. I'm wearing it right now and I have minimal makeup on top of it, so there's really not much of a white cast. You may want to try a tone-up sunscreen if you're someone who has a paler skin type and you find that sunscreens that are tinted, you have a hard time getting one to match your skin tone. Try a tone-up sunscreen. I love this one, and I also like Skin 1004 has a great tone-up sunscreen as well. The other tinted sunscreen I've been loving comes from e.l.f. Their Suntouchable Woe Glow SPF 30. Now, in contrast to the Isntree one, this is an organic, aka chemical sunscreen, and it is tinted. It comes in 3 shades. I went with the lightest shade, Sunbeam. It's fragrance-free. It also has niacinamide, which again is good for dark spots, redness, and for dry skin. Now, this goes on a little bit slightly shiny, sparkly, but it ultimately goes down and the shine is not as obvious. It's moisturizing, it's not greasy, and it's a really great option as a base for makeup. It is an organic, aka chemical sunscreen, but in my experience with it, it has not caused any burning, stinging, or irritation around my eyes. I really rather enjoyed it, and I look forward to trying out some more of the e.l.f. sunscreens. They have an SPF 35 one I really want to try. All right, guys, that about wraps up November in terms of skincare products I tested out that were notable fails or favorites. I hope you guys had a great November. Stay tuned for my videos this month because soon I will be releasing my highly anticipated review of the POW facial fitness device I've been testing out over the past several months. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that video. I will also be starting my annual Best of the Year series, which is always a hit. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.